Oh, woo. I'm gonna wait at least. Delicious.
All right, welcome back, everybody. New episode. We're doing Chef Jean-Pierre's famous meatloaf. I've been following him on YouTube for about 2 years now. Real good, fun, funny chef. If you get a chance, check him out. I'll put a link in the description. So we're going to start off with a pound of ground beef, a pound of ground veal, 3 eggs, about 1 cup of finely chopped up carrots and onions, about 3 cloves of garlic, minced or in a paste like I use. Then we're going to use about a tablespoon of salt, pepper, parsley, and thyme, and put that in as well. And then 1 cup, cup and a half of breadcrumbs. You may need to add more as you mix if you're too wet. Then we're going to add a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. We're going to put the gloves on, and we're going to give this a good mix. Oh, I almost forgot about a 1/4 cup of cream. Then we're going to give this a good mix. And when you get to the consistency that you like, you know you're there. You may have, like I said, you may have to add a little bit more breadcrumbs or a little bit more liquid. Lastly, we got 1/2 cup of diced genoa salami that goes in. All right, once we have that mixed up, we're going to move to our baking dish, which is basically just a standard bread loaf pan. And we're going to take our bacon and we're going to lay it inside with just a little bit hanging over each edge. And we'll go all the way down the bottom so it's completely covered in the bacon. I overlap the bacon just a little bit each piece so it makes a nice seal. And then we're going to, on one end, put down just enough to cover the pan and then have the long piece hanging out. And that's going to be when we stuff this, our bottom of our meatloaf. And then for the other side, we don't need a whole lot, so we'll cut these slices in half and just put half and a little bit hanging out. And it'll make sense here in a second when we start to stuff this pan with our meatloaf. So you got half slices on this side, full slices on the other side. And then we're going to take our meat and our spoon and we're going to start to fill with our meatloaf, and make sure you pack it in real tight. As Chef Jean-Pierre says, you don't want any air bubbles in that meat. So stuff it all in there. It'll all fit, and just pack it down, pack it down, pack it down. And once we have it all in and packed tight, now it's time to fold everything over. So we'll start with the sides and push the sides in, fold them over, and then to the other side, and then to the back side, and then we'll finish off with the long sides that will be covering everything. You'll see right here, it'll make a perfect bottom of our dish. And once we have all this done, we're going to take our baking sheet. I've got a silicone cover over the baking sheet so nothing sticks. And we're going to place it on top of this. And with one motion, we're going to flip it real fast. And then gently pull the pan up and away, and you will have your completely bacon wrapped meatloaf. Now, for the glaze, we're going with ketchup, a little bit of your favorite barbecue sauce. We're going with some balsamic vinegar and some Worcestershire sauce. And we'll give that a good mix. And we're going to glaze the entire meatloaf real good with this mixture. And while I'm glazing this up, if I can remind you to please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay up to date on newest recipes. I hope you're enjoying these recipes. I really enjoy making them. It's a lot of fun, and it's good food. Alright, make sure we get this completely covered with that glaze. We've got our oven preheated to 350 degrees. Put your probe in there, and then when it hits 145, you're going to pull it out. I'm using the meter, which if you don't have one, I highly recommend you get one because they're outstanding. Once we pull it out, we're going to let it sit for 20 to 25 minutes, then slice it up and serve it. And I'm telling you, this is possibly the best meatloaf I've ever had. Give it a shot. All right, thanks for watching, and come back in soon.